Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today's video is going to be a review slash first impressions of the brand Lottie London. So I was on Ulta's website just earlier this week and I saw the whole Lottie London brand in the new to Ulta section, and so I went ahead and grabbed kind of one of everything that I needed to be able to do kind of a full face of makeup, and it just arrived in the mail today. So I figured I'd just go ahead and sit down and film this and just kind of play around with the makeup, see what I like. I got some lips, concealer, mascara, setting powder, and I got this really cool palette. This is the Believe in Your Selfie palette. It's kind of cute. I thought this would be a great option because, as you can see, you've got your shadows here, and then it has a blush, a highlight, and a bronzer. So the pricing is really affordable. It's kind of along the lines of NYX pricing, so it's very great, you know, good drugstore pricing. Everything that I got was under $10, with the exception of this palette right here, which was $14.99, but of course you're getting 6 eyeshadows and a blush and a highlighter and a bronzer, so that's a pretty good deal for your money. They do carry individual blushes. They had kind of about 5 or 6 different colors, I believe it was. And then for the bronzer, I only saw one bronzer and it was a little bit warm for my liking. So the bronzer in here is much more my tone. Oops, I just dug into it. And then I think they had 1 or 2 individual highlights. I think it might have only been 1. So you could, you know, mix and match if you wanted, but I figured this is kind of an easy way to try out the brand to see if I like it. So I'm just going to do kind of a full face makeup and see what I think of it. Okay, so I did pick up a primer. This is their BAE Before Anything Else Illuminating Primer. It's water-based and it's enriched with vitamin E. So let's give this a try. Okay, I like it. I mean, it goes on easily. It kind of has like a sunscreen smell to it. It doesn't say anything about having any SPF on here though. Oh well, it's not the worst smell in the world. Okay, let me just get my hair out of the way. Alright, so for the foundation, they had 2 different kinds of foundations on their website. They had a stick foundation, and then they had this, which is just a more traditional liquid foundation. I went with this option because I don't normally like stick foundations. I tend to get really dry kind of in my forehead and right around my cheeks, and I feel like stick foundations are just too creamy, so I need something a little bit lighter. This is the Selfie Ready Medium Coverage Matte Foundation, and I got the color Toasted Almond. I will say it was really tricky to try to pick my color out because all you get is this tiny little bitty heart with a color that you have to just kind of guess whether or not it's yours. So we'll see how close this ends up being. Alright, so I'm just going to use my beauty blender and we'll see how this goes. Okay, so far I will say I think the color is actually a really good match for me, so that's a pleasant surprise. I'm noticing that same kind of almost sunscreen smell with it, or like a cross between that and something like soap. I don't know. It's very strange, but I mean, it's not bad. It could be worse. I don't like the really chemically smells, and I also don't like the really floral smelling makeup because it just kind of sticks with you all day long. So it's definitely more of a light to medium coverage. I can still see kind of the dark spots that I have right here, and I can still see a little bit of the acne scarring that I've got. I don't mind that, quite honestly. On a daily basis, I'm more of just a kind of powder. I'll use like a thicker full coverage powder. I don't usually wear full coverage anything. So I don't mind this. I think I would actually use this foundation on a daily basis. I like it. We'll see how it kind of wears throughout the day. I definitely do tend to get really oily in my T-zone, especially after a couple hours, so I can at least let you guys know how it wore in terms of that. Because this is supposed to be the Stay Matte foundation, so we'll see if it really does. Alright, so that's foundation. So now for concealer, I got the Got It Covered. This is their Sponge Applicator Concealer. Again, enriched with vitamin E, so that's really nice that they've kind of got these little skincare type of properties in them. And again, you're stuck picking your color based on a little colored heart. So I picked the color Fawn. I do like this little sponge applicator. I'm able to get really close to my lash line, and I tend to sometimes, you know, get really dark there. So this is kind of nice. It's really easy to get in there. And then I'm just gonna pat it in with my beauty blender. That's actually really nice. It's blending in really nice. The color isn't actually bad. I mean, I probably could have gone one shade lighter just to give a more brightening effect, but I mean, I bought it, I can use it, it definitely works. So I'll have to check and see. I know that there was a color that was one shade lighter than Fawn. I'll have to check and see what that was and maybe pick that up for just some highlighting. I'm just gonna use a little bit on these little acne scars that I've got, just to kind of camouflage them a bit. That's actually doing a really great job. Okay, so I think I really like this concealer, and I like the foundation. So far, I'm happy with my purchase. All right, so the next thing I guess I got is this Lottie London Ready Set Go. This is their matte translucent finishing powder, and I got the color True Translucent. I'm just gonna take a little bit to kind of set. I'm not gonna full on bake under the eyes, but I do want to really pat that translucent powder in, because I do tend to crease. My concealer creases under my eyes really bad, so I'll just do this and hopefully this will help. And then just for the rest of the face, since I don't know if there was another, like a colored face powder, so I'm just going with a translucent powder. I'm just going to kind of just set the entire face with this translucent powder and just a fluffy brush. Okay, so far so good. So now I'm going to use the Believe in Your Selfie palette. I'm just going to use the bronzer shade to try to do a little bit of contouring to add some color back in. So hopefully this won't be too warm. We'll see. Just kind of do some light contouring. Okay, that's not bad. It's not as cool toned as I would normally use, just for as fair as I am, but I mean, for this being, you know, kind of like if you do this as your go-to, like a travel palette or something, this actually works really nicely, so. Not bad. Do a little on the jawline. Okay, and then I'm gonna just kind of take a fluffier brush. This is where these kind of palettes get a little tricky, so I'm gonna kind of try to just sweep it into the bronzer. It's just a very small pan, so it's kind of hard to do. And I'm just gonna kind of bronze up the face a little bit. I generally tend to go all over with my bronzer, again, because I'm so pale. I like to bring it down on my neck just to even everything out. So it's definitely, the color worked really well when I used the very small brush for contouring. It's not working quite as well on this brush, and maybe it's just because I'm having trouble getting into the color, but I'm not really noticing much color. So I'm going to try to use just this kind of thinner Wet n Wild brush. Hopefully it'll help me get into this blush color without getting into the eyeshadow. Another thing I hate about these kind of combo palettes, but who cares? Okay, so the blush color definitely shows up more than that bronzer did on a fluffy brush, so that's nice. And it's coming off on my brush a lot easier. Kind of, I'm seeing a little bit of the powder kick up as I brush it, so I'm making sure I kind of kick it off just kind of tap it off. Okay, so, and then for the highlight, I'm just going to use this kind of e.l.f. brush. And again, I'm kind of having to pinch my brush to get into these colors, which, I mean, isn't the end of the world, but we'll see how shimmery this is. It's definitely more like a subtle glow. I don't even know if you can see it on camera. Do a little bit on the nose, a little bit on the bridge, a little on the lips. Okay, so these eyeshadows actually look really pretty. I mean, I'm very happy with the colors. It was kind of hard to tell what I was gonna get when I was looking at it on the website. So let me just kind of do some quick swatches and we'll see which ones I want to work with. Okay, so here are the swatches. We've got Swag, Best Bay, Good Girl, Lucky Star, Fire, and Slay. So I mean, they're really pretty. They're definitely pretty shadows. I mean, for just being a $14 shadow and face palette, I mean, I think they're good quality. They're right along the lines with, you know, like I said, with like a NYX palette. So, okay, so I'm just gonna start out with Slay on a blending brush, and I'm just gonna start working that through the crease and a bit above it. It definitely swatched a lot darker, which I mean, I guess that happens when you use your finger. Because I was expecting a little bit deeper of a tone here. I mean, it's natural. There's natural and nice. There's nothing wrong with that. It just kind of wasn't what I was expecting. I mean, it's very easy to blend, but I wish it was darker. All right, so I am going to go ahead and go into Lucky Star. Okay, I feel like I'm starting to get somewhere. So I'm just going to use my finger on this copper color, Best Bay, and I'm just going to tap that on the lid. Okay, now it's not even showing up as dark as I wanted it to. What is going on with these colors? Okay, I'm gonna use a flat brush and I'm gonna use some setting spray. See if I can get this to work like I want it to. I really just don't like it. You know what I bet would look pretty on top of this might be the highlighter. I'm just dipping back into Lucky Star and kind of blending out those edges and just softening it up because I don't like the intense copper look with the way that these shadows kind of turn out more cool tone. So what I do want to do is try to dip into the highlighter and pat that on top of the copper color, because the highlighter is just more of a nice bright light color, and I think that might be more of what I'm wanting. Oh, see? Now that looks good. That just goes much better with the cool tones. Okay, I'm okay with it now. So that is the eyeshadow. So I also got the Lottie London AM to PM. This is like a Kohl liner. Whoa, look at that. I mean, that's dark. I'm gonna use this in my waterline. Oh, wow. Okay, I'm in love with this liner. This is like my new favorite liner for my waterline. Wow, I am impressed. Okay, so I know the promotion they've got going on right now on Ulta's website is that if you spend, I think it was over $15 or over $20, I'm not sure which one it was, you get a free eyeliner. This is the Lottie London Wing Woman felt tip eyeliner, and I love felt tip eyeliners, so we're gonna do a wing. Wow. So I do like this liquid liner. I felt like my Kat Von D Trooper liner is just a little bit more liquidy. It's a little faster to work with, I would say. This, I felt like I really had to keep kind of working at the line. I mean, it is at least a nice dark black matte line, but I mean, I had a little bit of trouble here getting a nice straight line out of it. Okay, so to finish off the lower lash line, I'm just gonna go in with Fire on a flat brush. I haven't wet it. I'm just gonna kind of work this underneath that black liner, like right along the lash line, not too far down, and just go all the way across. Okay, then I'm gonna take a pencil brush, and just so that we can use all the colors, I'm gonna go into Swag. I'm gonna take that and just lightly buff it underneath. I think this works a lot better than that first color. I guess for a second there I forgot that they weren't quite as pigmented. Okay, and then for the inner corner, I'm gonna just go into the highlighter and pop that right on the inner corner. Good. Okay, so I've curled my lashes and now I'm just gonna add mascara. I got the Lottie London Lash Goals Ultra Volumizing Mascara in black. So let's see. Oh, this is interesting. It's kind of got a curved brush. Okay, well, see how this works. I don't really like this gigantic fat brush. It's kind of, I feel like it's not really coating my lashes very much. Maybe I'm just too used to my carbon black mascara. I mean, that stuff is intense. Okay, so let's try 2 coats and see if it makes them any darker and bolder. I want to say they had 2 different types of mascaras on their website. So maybe, you know, if you're going to pick something up, try one of the other ones. I'm not really that impressed with this one. Okay, so last but not least, we have lips. So I got the Lottie London Stay All Day. This is their liquid lipstick, and it's in hashtag TBT. Okay, so far, I mean, I like the color. It doesn't feel sticky. It already kind of feels like it's drying, so that's nice. Okay, so far overall, I really like this brand. I mean, even NYX has some hits and misses with their stuff, so I feel like this is kind of right along the same lines of being an affordable drugstore brand. They have some really great products and some products that are, you know, so-so. I'm very impressed with the face products. So far, the primer, the foundation, the concealer, and the setting powder, the translucent setting powder, those are my favorites by far. I definitely will keep using those. This face palette, you know, I have a feeling it's gonna just sit in my makeup collection and I probably won't ever reach for it. You know, maybe if I'm traveling and I am hesitant to bring an expensive palette with me because, you know, you never know if something will break when you're flying, maybe I'd bring something like this because, I mean, you know, I got a nice natural easy look out of it, but I mean, there are so many eyeshadow palettes I just love so much more, far more pigmented. The bronzer, blush, and highlighter, I really liked all 3 of these. Mostly I liked the highlighter and the blush, so maybe if you have a chance to just get the singles, a single blush and the single highlighter, I think I would recommend doing that instead. I think these 3, again, being face products, are the better of all the palette. Kohl liner, definitely, you have to pick this up. This is probably the best black Kohl pencil I've ever used, especially in my waterline. You know, and if you get the free felt tip liner, then by all means use it. I don't know if it's worth it to purchase it. Otherwise, I think it retails for $6.99 or $7.99. I mean, it does a good job, but I feel like there's far better ones out there. I think L'Oreal even has an infallible one that's good. And I would pass on the mascara. It's not my thing. I like the lipstick so far. Like I said, it's not tacky. It didn't come off. So I will try to either pop back on and, you know, just kind of give you a check-in to see how this wears throughout the day. I'll maybe just do it at the end of the day to see if it got kind of oily and messy. And if I don't get a chance to do that, then I'll just put it in the description bar how it wore and what my thoughts were on the foundation after time went on, as well as the lipstick. So let's see. It is, okay, so it's 5:54 right now. Like I said, I'm not even going to be wearing this all day long, so this will just be for a couple of hours, but believe me, after like an hour or two, I get oily, so we'll see. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you want to see more brand reviews, if you have a specific brand in mind, leave me a comment below. Or if you want to see more looks like this, where it's kind of a one brand tutorial, I will see what I can do as much as I can with what I have and what I can pick up. But yeah, so I hope you liked this. Thank you for watching, and make sure you like and subscribe. Hey guys, so I just wanted to check back in and let you know kind of how the makeup wore throughout the rest of the night. It's about 11:30 now, and I put the makeup on about 5:45 this afternoon, so it's been a few hours, and kind of as I expected, I'm a little oily through the T-zone. You know, that's not surprising to me. I kind of get this way with every foundation, so it doesn't really bother me that much. If I was going to just wear this on a normal day to work, I would just kind of blot my face throughout the day or add some powder to it, and I think it would still be fine. The liquid lipstick obviously is completely gone. I did eat a sandwich with dinner, so I'm, again, not surprised by that. All in all, I mean, I'm very happy with this brand. I would definitely continue using these products that I bought. I definitely would recommend purchasing it if you're on Ulta and you're looking for just a new, affordable brand to try out. I would definitely give it a try, especially the face products. I think that the face products are really where this company has done a really good job. I'd have to try some more of the eyeshadows to see if they're any better, but at least the ones that I tried were a little bit lackluster, and I would want to use something else. But and then the eye makeup, as you can see, like the liner and everything, that Kohl pencil, I mean, it is still in my waterline. Normally the pencils in my waterline do not usually last. I'm really impressed. I'm definitely going to keep using this Kohl pencil. So hope you guys enjoyed this kind of one brand review slash makeup look. Let me know in the comments below if there's any other brands that you'd like to see me try out, or just a, you know, one brand makeup look that you'd want to see. I'm definitely always looking for suggestions on new videos to post. So thanks for watching.